The Champions League, the best in European football, the biggest club tournament on the planet. The cream of the crop of the world are ready to battle for their place in history. But what does this mean? Let's take a step back. What is football? Well, football is the world sport, and I'm here to convince you that the English Premier League is the best football or soccer league in the world. Football or soccer has a global reach. It is the world's game. Over 210 countries have professional leagues. An estimated 250 million players worldwide play in these leagues, and that's just on the professional level, let alone amateur and youth. It is an Olympic sport, and European football alone generates almost 29 billion US dollars per year. But who's the best? Well, we can look at it in multitude of different ways. There's the international level, where international clubs such as the USA try to get into the Olympics or the World Cup, and they've been failing recently, unfortunately. But these players play for the country for minimal revenue, but just pride for their country. What we're going to focus on are the club teams. Club teams are much like the American sports teams we love today. NBA teams, NFL teams, the New England Patriots would be considered a club team equivalent to a soccer team, much like Arsenal is in England. They are a club team. They pay their players to be there, and they pay a premium to get those players in the door. Now, where international teams have the stage of the Olympics or the World Cup, club teams are divided into continents. Now, South American teams play each other in the Copa America, where the best club teams in South America play against each other for supremacy. While in Europe, we have the Champions League. The Champions League creates almost double the amount of revenue that the Copa America does and sees way stiffer competition. We are going to focus on the Champions League today because there's really no contest between these two. The Champions League, the cream of the crop, pits the best club teams from across Europe against one another. Of the 48 teams that initially make it into this tournament, most are from the 5 major leagues. Now, the 5 major leagues of European football reside in France, Spain, Italy, Germany, and England. And I'm here to tell you why England reigns supreme. Why? Why are they the best? Because year after year, members of other teams from around the world come to English Premier League to play in the best league because they know it's the best league. They make more money there, or they take pay cuts to be there because they know they have the best chance of winning the most titles if they are in an English Premier League team. How do we know this? Well, we can look at European supremacy of the English Premier League, we can look at the parity between the leagues, and we can look at revenue from the leagues. Here you will see a chart of all the Champions League winners since 1956, when the Champions League, or back then the European Cup, as what it was called, came into existence. As you can see, all-time winners are outlined for you right here. France has won, Marseille winning in 1993. Germany has 8 winners, Italy has 12, England has 14, and Spain has 18. Now, you may say, well, Spain looks like the best here. And historically, if we're just going off championships alone, you'd be correct. But with that kind of view, we would say the Yankees are the best team of sports history. We're looking at point in time now. If you said that now, you look a little crazy. So I like to look at it in a different way. Who has the most success in these overall? So we are looking here at the most different teams in a final appearance. So you can see here that Real Madrid and Barcelona have won quite a few times, but no other Spanish team has won before besides these 2 teams. So they're really dominating that league. So I looked at it as how many different teams from each league have made it to a final. Italy has had 5 different teams make it to a final. Spain has had only 7 with 18 championships. France has had 8, Germany 9, and at the top, England, with 10 different teams making it to a final. with the last two of the last 3 years, when Liverpool won, they were playing another English Premier League team in the final, so that was a guaranteed win for the Premier League. And also this past year, Chelsea took on Manchester City, another English Premier League team. Parity. Since we've already narrowed it down to Spain versus England at pretty much at this rate, we can now look at parity. Now, parity is how do you think, how many different teams can win the league? I apologize. How many different teams really have a legitimate shot of winning the league each year? Spain is dominated by three, but really just two teams. Spanish teams to win a Spanish title in the last 20 years, only three. Only three different teams have won a title, and Atletico Madrid have won two. So 18 of the last 20 years, Barcelona or Real Madrid has won. We know who's going to win that every year. English teams to win a title in the last 20 years, there's double the amount. There are six. We have Manchester United, Manchester City, Chelsea, Leicester City, Liverpool, and my team, Arsenal. So you can clearly see here it is a more competitive league. You have double the chance of having a different winner over the season than in Spain. Now, show me the money. Revenue is very tight at the top, but compared to the rest, no contest. English revenue, 5.256 billion euros annually. Spain, 5.045, and you can read on and on. This is all based on 2019-2020 season, most recent available for all leagues per Forbes. So, as you can clearly see, the English Premier League reigns supreme in European football and in world football. They have the best teams, they get the best players, and they make the most money of any league in the entire world.